All right, let's go ahead and annotate practice problem 3. We have Susan. She went to the fair. She paid admission and played games. Each game cost the same amount of money, letting us know rate of change is constant. She kept track, blah, blah, blah. If she has $65, how many games can she play? All right, same steps. I need the M, the B, and the equation, and then I have to figure out how to plug in this 65. So, starting with my slope. 12 minus 7, 3 minus 1. That's 5 over 2. Ugh. So that is 250 over 1. 250 is money, and the 1 stands for games. So each game costs $2.50. All right. So I need the initial value, because if you look at the table, it says one game is $7, and that's not true. One game is $2.50. So then why did she pay $7 for the first game? Well, she didn't, because she paid for admission. All right? So the initial value is going to be the price of admission. So I'll use my formula, even though I see a better way of getting to it, but the formula always works. So it's y minus slope times x. I'm going to use this first point. So y is 7, slope is 250, and x is 1. So 7 minus 250 will give me the cost of admission, so that's 0. So she paid $4.50 to get into the fair, and then after that, she paid $2.50 for every ride she got on. So the equation here, not B equals, is y equals the slope, which is 250 times x, plus the initial value, which is the cost of admission. So that's the equation of the line. So now they've given us this other number, 65. Okay? $65. And they want to know, how many games can she play if she had $65? So do you plug that 65 in for y, or do you plug it in for x? So that's when you can look at your table. Which one is the dollar amount? Is it an x or a y? It's the y. So $65 is money. 65 is the y. So 65 equals 250x plus 450. Two-step equation that we're going to solve. So she's got $60.50 to spend on games. So now we're going to divide to isolate that variable. So how many games can she get on with $60.50? I'm going to do this math over here. 250 goes into 500 twice. That leaves me with 1050. Let's see, it would be, I think it's only 4. Let's see what 250 times 5 is. Yeah, that's too much. So 4 gives me 0, 20, and she has some change. So she can get on 24 rides, and she'll have 50 cents left over if she brings $65 to the fair. So how many games can she play? Susan can play 24 games with $65. So it's just a pattern, right? Find the slope, find the y-intercept, write the equation, then figure out the number they gave you if you're plugging that in for x or y. Last practice problem. Which statements are true? We're going to do the same thing. We're going to find the slope. Slope is 2. we're going to find the y-intercept. I'm just going to count backwards because I already have 1. So I'm going to count backwards by 2, so that would be 0, -1. So the y-intercept is -1. If you didn't follow that, b equals 1 minus 2 times 1. 1 minus 2 is -1. All right, so the equation of this line is y equals 2x minus 1. The function is linear. Yes, the function is linear because the slopes are all the same. You can do the math each time, but it's going up by 2 each time. And these numbers are going up by 1. So you're always going to get 2 over 1. It can be modeled by the equation y equals 2x plus 1. No, it's 2x minus 1. The 10th term will produce 19 blocks. So now, 10th term, they've given us this number 10. We need to plug it into our equation. Do we plug it in as an x or a y? Look at your table. Which one is terms? Is it the x or the y? It's the x. So we're going to write y equals 2 times 10 minus 1. Yes, there will be 19 blocks in the 10th term. So the first statement and the last statement were true. Now it's time for your exit ticket. You're going to follow these same steps. Find the m, find the b, write the equation. Then, if there's an extra number, decide if you're plugging it in as your x or your y into your equation.